Hello everyone, and welcome to another royal reading here at MadWorldTarot. We are looking today at the thorny topic of money, which is why we have the Tarot of the Golden Wheel on the tarot table. And the reason we are looking at the thorny topic of money today is because Meghan Markle was spotted at a venture capital event in Montecito, hosted by the firm Greycroft. Greycroft having this event at a hotel in Montecito, and obviously not something that she wanted to be seen at. It was one of those photos that was not taken or sold by Backgrid. It was taken by somebody else who was at the event and obviously sold on. And it's been tried to be made to look glamorous. It was invitation only, we've heard subsequently. But really, Sidley twins were all over this, worth watching their video about it. They say that these kinds of events are really for desperate people who are trying to squeeze some cash out of these venture capital firms, that if you really were an interesting candidate for cash from them, you would be having private meetings with them and not having to go along to an event like this and try and sit in the front row and get some notice. So not a good look for Meghan Markle. We have heard she tried to get money out of Asian investors. We suspect Chinese investors. That didn't seem to work. And now this. So it obviously is not going very well for her. It's also seemingly not going very well for Greycroft, because I did a quick Google, and Greycroft laid off 5 of their investors late last year, and there are rumours and rumbles around them. But the Sidley twins, as I say, were all over this. And apart from just not being a good look for Meghan Markle, really looked like she had her begging bowl out, sitting there hoping that they would notice her. They also noticed a connection that Greycroft has invested in the past in Lemonada. Lemonada, of course, the new hosts of her podcast. She was supposed to record new podcasts for them this year and is not going to do that. So that's probably the connection between Meghan Markle and Greycroft. What else do we need to know about this whole attempt to find funding for Meghan? We would like to know quite a few things. We want to know how it's going, her quest for financing. We want to know why Harry hasn't stumped up any cash for this. We also want to know, and the Sidley twins pointed this one out, we want to know why Serena Williams hasn't invested in her dear friend's business. Serena Williams started her own venture capital firm while she was still playing professional tennis, and it has been wildly successful, and it was started primarily to finance underrepresented groups, women and minorities, well, Meghan lands squarely in both categories. And so it's very interesting that Serena hasn't injected any cash into American Riviera Orchard. So that's the background. We have the Golden Wheel Tarot on the tarot table. We're going to do a Celtic cross, and we're going to see what's going on from a financial point of view with American Riviera Orchard. Meghan seems to have left it very late in the day to try and find financing for this lifestyle brand of hers that she's trying to launch, desperately trying to launch. Why no Harry? Why no Serena? How's it going? And is she going to get that big investment that will actually set her up, or is she not going to? That's what we want to find out today. And let's remind you, of course, it's tarot for fun and entertainment, or just my opinion or speculation. Just read energy here, and there is, of course, a disclaimer in the box below. Yeah, okay. We've got the energy now in the cards. Let's see what's going on from Meghan Markle's point of view, because not a good look. And maybe that's why she's going to Nigeria. Come home with a suitcase full of very high denomination dollar bills. Maybe. Bit of snark there, of course. There's always snark in these readings. And fair warning. And let us see what's going on. If you see scratches on me, that's because I had to rescue Fluffy from a predator last night. And he scratched me when I managed to pull him off her. So, Page of Wands, that is adventure, notice, attention. That's her trying to drum up enthusiasm for this ridiculous brand. That's what the Page of Wands is all about. Communication, PR. Look at me, here I am in the front row. She seems to be wearing that silly outfit she wore at South by Southwest. Beige as usual. But it is, look at me, notice me, get excited about what I have to offer. So far, was it 10 jars of strawberry jam that we've seen with labels peeling off, but jam looking a bit dodgy, and allegedly quite a few of those jars sent back. And there it is, Page of Wands. So the actual situation with the money and the financing and the what's going on. Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords is my rescue energy in tarot. This is the guy who comes galloping in. It's a bit of a Shane energy when, you know, you're in trouble, and in rides the hero. Fast and furious kind of an energy. This is something that needs to happen. It needed to happen a year ago, but it's happening now, and it's happening now in a bit of a panic. I'm getting panic energy with that Knight of Swords. The fast and furious thing, it's dawned on her. It's dawned on her she needs trademarks. It's dawned on her she needs a CEO. We're going to look at that next quickly. It's dawned on her she needs capital. She needs stock. You can't just make a bit of strawberry jam and send it to your mates, and that's how you launch a $1 billion brand. Doesn't work like that. So this is the panic that's on. Fast and furious energy. This needs to happen. It needs to get fixed. It needs to be sorted out right now. A little voice in my head saying Marcus Anderson, Marcus Anderson. For those of you who know who he is, it might have a bit of a Marcus Anderson vibe there. The grey hair in particular, and swept back like that, is a bit of a Marcus Anderson look. Perhaps he's taken charge of this whole debacle and is trying to steer her in the right direction, and scored that invitation to the Greycroft event in Montecito. Let's see what the problem is. And the problem is the 10 of Wheels in reverse. Money. Lots and lots of money. And the problem with the 10 of Wheels being in reverse is that she has burnt the bridge between herself and the British royal family. If she had that association still, people would be quite happy to give her money, invest in her projects and things like that, because the Royal Association would almost guarantee success. But that's all gone. 10 of Wheels, 10 of Pentacles in reverse. 10 of Pentacles in reverse also tells me that there are debts floating around. That she might not just be short of cash for this venture of hers, but she might actively owe money to people already, and that wouldn't go down well if you were looking for investments, capital, and people were hearing around the rumor mill that this is a bad risk. Speculating, I'm not saying that this is actually the case, but that is the energy that's coming through in the 10 of Wheels. The 10 of Wheels in reverse does signify for me as a tarot reader debt, as well as that disconnect between herself and the royal family. Behind the scenes, what's going on, and in particular what's going on with the has-been. Why no cash injection from him? And we got, there he is, he's shown up, that's very funny. The King of Wheels in reverse. Harry wants no part of this, and he could want no part of this. King of Pentacles, earth sign, high value, high status man. The King of Wheels, he might want no part of this, but he might want no part of this because she has already burned through all his money. And there are ongoing speculation and rumours that the Parkles are broke. Absolutely broke, that they've burned through all the money that the has-been had. She didn't ever really have any money, despite the claims to the contrary. And if the has-been's fortune has been burned through, then that is why we have the King of Wheels in reverse. There is no money to invest, and or he doesn't want to invest. He doesn't want to have anything to do with this. It adds to my suspicions that they are separate behind closed doors, but in public we see them still clutching each other and fawning over each other and maintaining the illusion of the perfect couple. Not so. Not when the King of Wheels, the husband card of the tarot, the business brain, also a joke when you use that expression in the same sentence as the has-been, but not when this King of Wheels is in reverse. So, goal, focus, what's going on with her right now. Page of Wheels. It's such a literal reading. Sometimes these readings are so literal, it's quite startling. The Page of Wheels is negotiations, contracts, bids, offers, communications about money. Here I am. If I give you this jam of this jar of strawberry jam, will you give me, I don't know, $1 billion? That kind of a deal. It's negotiations, contracts, things like that. There she was in the front row, perhaps offering, I don't know what kind of offers she was making in return for that capital injection. We can only speculate. But there it is, at the Page of Wheels. She realizes that she actually needs to get out there and tout for business. It hasn't come knocking on her door. She's having to go and knock on other people's doors, so to speak. Past attempts to raise money for this lifestyle brand. Oh, the Star in reverse, despair. Absolute despair. The Star is about hope and faith and life purpose and a divine intervention and all beautiful things, and it's in reverse. Nobody fell for this. I think she was truly devastated that she thinks she's such a celebrity, and that also is the Star, that they would be falling over themselves to invest in her lifestyle brand, American Riviera Orchard. I'm getting better at saying it, but no hope. Nobody was biting, nobody was offering, and this was a big disaster for her. She really truly believed that she could manifest this just by doing that silly video and releasing it on Instagram, and everybody would be falling over themselves to invest and throw money at her. Didn't work out that way. How's it going to be going in the near future? Is she going to have any luck? Is she going to get some money to be able to make another 10 jars of strawberry jam? Ooh, ow, 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 5 of Cups. It's going to be woeful. Heartache, remorse, regret, tragedy. Try not to laugh. The 5 of Cups is great sorrow. I'm actually stunned into silence. I'm not having brain fog, mercifully, not yet. But the 5 of Cups is just can't believe how unloved I am and unappreciated. Nobody realizes my giant talent. Nobody sees what an opportunity this is to do business with me, to back me, because I'm Princess Meghan, a Nigerian warrior princess even. It's tragic. It's pitiful. Let's look at Serena Williams and that angle that the City twins so rightly pointed out. That's the 6 of Wheels in reverse. Wheels, of course, are Pentacles, money. Upright, it's about sharing, reciprocity. You give me this, I give you that, and we're all square and it all feels good. And it's generous and everyone's happy. It's in reverse. There was no way, according to the energy of these cards, that Serena Williams was going to part with any of her hard-earned cash to Meghan Markle, because according to this energy of the Six of Wheels in reverse, she felt that it would all be flowing away from her and nothing would be coming back. It's about inequality. It's about someone doing all the giving and someone else doing all the taking. And I'm sure many of you have been in situations like that in your life, and it's not a nice feeling. Particularly when it's friends and family that you feel are exploiting you, taking advantage of your good nature. And that is exactly the energy that I am getting in this Six of Wheels card. We're getting tons of pentacles in this reading, and rightly so. We're talking about money, and no, absolutely not. Serena Williams saw right through it and realized that she was going to be exploited, taken advantage of, and she put her foot down and said no. That is, in my opinion, of course, based on the energy of these cards. What pressure is Meghan under right now? Ten of Pentacles is big pressure. Oh, wow. The World in reverse. Failure. Public failure. Upright, the World, it's right at the end of the major arcana. It's completion of something, success. Well done, tick that off. Now on to the next task, or on to the next exciting experience, the new chapter in your life, but it's in reverse. It means she's stuck in this disaster. There is no way out of it. This is the pressure she is under, so it's real pressure. It's not imaginary. It is that this is not going to be a success. It's going to be a very public humiliation for her. That's the pressure she's under right now. Already the strawberry jam has entered the realms of legend, and she will never be allowed to forget the fact that so few people actually even bothered to pretend to eat the jam. I don't think we ever saw anyone actually chewing on it, shall we say. We saw them sort of wincing and grimacing as their clenched teeth got closer and closer to the bits of toast with that jam smeared on. But the World in reverse, a huge card, a huge disaster. The potential for disaster is massive. I think it's already been a huge disaster, but that is her problem right now. Tell us about hopes and fears. Right now, hopes and fears. Three of Wheels in reverse. She's worried that she's not going to get any backing. Three of Wheels is collaboration card. It's the craftsman here, somebody who's commissioned to do something. Traditionally in tarot, given a project, you do this, we'll fund you while you make a statue for us, kind of an idea. It's in reverse. It's about teamwork, really, collaboration. She's worried that nobody is going to bite, just like the CEO story, that she's failed to lure anyone in to act as CEO for her. Same thing with the investors, that nobody is going to bite whatever she is dangling, hopefully more than just that strawberry jam. She's really worried. More pentacles. We've just got pentacles, 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 and then bad cards. The World in reverse, the Star in reverse. How's it going to go? Is she finally going to get someone? Is some benefactor going to come swooping in? Which is what this Knight of Swords is all about. Is a benefactor going to come swooping in and save the day for Meghan Markle? We got the Moon. If it does, it's a secret. It's somebody who will not want to be revealed publicly, because the Moon is all about stuff that's hidden, stuff that's in the shadows, the fog, confusion and mystery, and things that you can speculate about, but things that are a little bit creepy and a little bit mysterious and a little bit shadowy and a little bit scary. So it tells me that there might be some kind of savior that comes along. We can speculate who that might be with moon energy around there. I'm not going to right now speculate about who might be the one that comes along and saves the day in the background. But if such a person comes along and saves the day, it's a very sinister energy, the moon. And she might live to regret it later on. And I don't mean that the person themselves is necessarily a sinister and mysterious figure like a James Bond kind of a villain person. That would be quite funny for us watching anyway. But it just that the collusion might lead to trouble down the line for her if it's ever revealed. Odd energy in that card. You can see how different it is color-wise, energy-wise to all the other cards in this reading. The only card that it bears any association with is the Five of Cups. So to me as a reader, she's going to go through this period of grief and sorrow and can't believe nobody's supporting me. I don't have any friends. Nobody loves me. Curled on the floor, sobbing. No Harry to notice because apparently they don't live together. But along might come the big bad wolf with some sort of offer. And it's a really chilling depiction of the big bad wolf, and I love wolves. So for me to say big bad wolf is because there's really something quite spooky in that energy. And I will leave you on that chilling note and hope to see you again soon.